popping in to introduce week 3 of the Postcards with Love blanket crochet along that I've designed for King Cole, and just to say hi and send you a postcard from Brighton and Hove, nearest city to where I live, because there was an amazing crochet and knitting exhibition by a fabulous crochet artist called Kate Jenkins. So share a little bit more about that and other little few progress things too. So week 3 of the Postcards with Love blanket crochet along. I have absolutely adored seeing so many of your progress photos shared either on Instagram, and there's 2 Facebook groups. There's my own Coastal Crochet Facebook group, and King Cole have their Facebook group too. And amazing, the photos that are being shared, the progress, and some of you are sticking religiously to my pattern, which is fabulous. But I've also unleashed a little bit of creativity in so many of you, because you really are personalising your postcards, and the various appliques and designs that are going on them is fabulous to see. So thank you, and keep sharing. This week we are on to a whole new technique of mosaic crochet. Now, mosaic crochet has it's increased in popularity hugely over the last few years. There are some amazing mosaic crochet designers. There's Tina from Iceland. I don't know how to say her second name. There's Esme Crick. There's Moira Douglas. These are 3 designers that just pop into my head when I think of mosaic crochet. And so I wanted to incorporate a little bit into my blanket, and that's because when you're sending a postcard, it's all about the writing. And thinking about doing some writing on my blanket, I actually found that the mosaic crochet was the crispest and cleanest way to do this. You can do writing using ordinary double crochet, US single crochet stitches with a tapestry where you're crocheting over the yarn that's not being used, but for me, it's never quite as crisp. You always see a little bit of that yarn coming through. Obviously, you can then maybe do sort of fairer, where you're dragging the strands around the back, but then you've just got strands of yarn. I explored lots of different ways to try and do writing in crochet, and like I said, for me, it was the mosaic crochet that really was a technique that was crying out to be used for this. So in the blanket, yes, we have Wish You Were Here, but that's not what we're doing this week. We are doing With Love, because obviously we are sending our postcards with love. So this is the mosaic crochet. It's a brilliant technique because you're only ever crocheting each row with one colour. You're not changing colour within the row. It's the technique where you're dipping into the rows below, where you create this colour change in effect. And if you look at the back, you will see very stripy, because you're only using one colour per row. Do have some strands, loose strands at the back. You can crochet over these if this is a worry for you, but for the crispest, cleanest look on the front, yeah, that's the way to do it. If you're stuck at all, the book that I can highly recommend is this one by Esme Crick, known as Red Sparrow Crochet on Instagram. She's done this book called Mosaic Crochet Workshop, and it's brilliant, and it's exactly the technique I've used. In mosaic crochet, there are 2 main ways to do it. It's quite a young technique, so there's lots of new ideas and new ways of doing it. There's no right or wrong. It's all down to personal preference and the end result. I always say there's no right or wrongs in crochet. It's just what you're happy with. The 2 main techniques are inset mosaic crochet, and I've forgotten the name of the other one. It'll come into my head in a minute, but we are using the inset mosaic crochet technique, and that is where you are turning the work, and each colour is done in 2 rows. So with my With Love postcard, we have 2 rows in the white, then 2 rows in the navy, 2 rows in the white. And by doing that, you're changing colour on one side, and therefore you never need to cut your yarn. You just keep carrying it up the sides. so works really, really well. Overlay, I think that's it called. Is that overlay mosaic crochet? I will check that out. If I've got that wrong, I will write up here if it's called something else. And that's where the right side keeps facing you. Only do one row at a time. So one row, fasten off, another row, fasten off, another, and so on. For me, for this blanket, it was the inset mosaic that won the day, and that is beautifully described in this book. There are some amazing projects in this book as well. A blanket that's been on my to-do list for a long time is the Dutch Houses blanket by Esme Quick, Dutch Houses Throw. I'm half Dutch. My mum is from the Netherlands, so this blanket is very, very special. Will I ever get round to doing it? At the moment, definitely not, because I just have only 2 hands and not enough time. But yeah, that's on my wish list. So this is a book I can highly recommend. And if any of you are struggling with the technique this week, please, please, please have a look at this book. It's beautifully explained. But it is surprisingly easy. It really, really is. The only thing, obviously, I've used navy for the writing. You know, I wanted proper ballpoint ink to be represented, so hence I chose that colour. But as always, crocheting with black or navy is tricky. It's darker yarn and it's less clear to see the stitches. But good light, just think about where you're putting them. Use the charts. I have done a written pattern, but the charts make it very, very easy too. So good luck and enjoy. And there's plenty of help and videos out there on how to do mosaic crochet. So this is a little introduction to a wonderful technique. So enjoy. What else? My postcard from me to you this week. We're back on Brighton Beach because a fabulous artist called Kate Jenkins is holding an exhibition there called Kate's Cones. And it's a place, a gallery called Atelier Beside the Sea. Absolutely wonderful. So Kate has created different ice cream cone characters, combining knitting and crochet. So the cones are all crocheted. The ice cream scoops are a mix of knitting and crochet. And then, wow, she's adorned them with, different crochet pieces, embroidery, little add-ons. It was such a joy. Going to the exhibition and meeting Kate was just a real treat. Absolutely loved it. So I got myself a bag, of course. Kate's Cones. She is selling the actual pieces as art, pieces of art. A lot of them were sold already. Amazing. You know, obviously they are priced to reflect the talent and the art, and they are expensive, but then true art often is. So I just got a bag and some other little bits and bobs. I got some cards. Yes, they're not postcards, they're greetings cards, but gosh, some special people are going to get some nice birthday cards from me over the coming year. Absolutely loved it. Wonderful exhibition. Just showcasing what crochet and knitting can do as an art form as well. I did get some stickers. Aren't they fantastic? Some lovely stickers. I'm going to have to be very particular as to where I stick these because they're so fabulous. Wouldn't want to waste any. So that is brilliant. At the end of this video, I've done a little music compilation and showing the exhibition in a little bit more detail. So do enjoy that. And if any of you are in the Brighton and Hove area, southeast of England, the Sussex coast, head on over. I think the exhibition is on until the beginning of July. So you've got the whole month to pop in and have a look. It's brilliant. In other crochet news from me, I'm back to the prom dress. So my daughter's prom is on the 30th of June. We're getting there. She's decided she wants it floor length. So this is probably thigh length at the moment. Still got a long way to go. I have just finished a collection of 4 commissions. So 4 projects, 1 commission, 4 projects. Completely and utterly consumed me over the last couple of months, and no joke, I had over 2,000 ends to sew in. So oh, I know we should weave our ends in as we go. I always say that in my patterns. I'm always suggesting that. Do I listen to my own advice? Sometimes, but perhaps on this occasion I didn't. I was steaming ahead. And when I'd finished these projects, I had over 2,000 ends to sew in. And I can't begin to, well, I don't think I even counted how many hours, but it felt like days. I was just weaving in ends. So, posted them off yesterday. I'll hopefully better share what they are over the coming months. So they're done. So for me, it's now quick back to the crochet prom dress. So yes, I've got about 4 weeks to finish this. I'm onto the skirt which is very repetitive now. So actually this is quite a joy to crochet now. So I'm just going round and round, and I'm in that mindful crochet, and I can do this when I'm watching the telly. A few things I've enjoyed watching over the last few weeks. Obviously the sewing bee is back on, so I'm crocheting this when the sewing bee's on. Stranger Things, my teenagers are hugely into that, and I've kind of got sucked in and enjoyed that too. So whilst watching that, I'm crocheting because it's mindful crochet. I haven't got to concentrate too much, so I can definitely watch TV at the same time. So yes, I'm enjoying that. Okay, that's enough chit chat from me. Wishing you all a fabulous week. I'm off to Italy on Friday for a 48-hour whirlwind trip for the International Yarn Bombing Festival. So I will have plenty more to share about that when I get back. So I might not be able to do a video postcard next week. I'm not going to set myself up to fail. And that's because I'm leaving Friday night and we're coming back Sunday night, flying to Milan. So, and obviously the pattern for this, for week 4, will go live on the Monday morning. So I will see what I can do for next week. The following week, of course, I'll be sending you a postcard from Milan because I am so excited to be going to take part in the yarn festival, the yarn bombing festival. So plenty going on. Take care. I hope you enjoy some creativity and some mindfulness, and stay safe, stay well. And I'm going to leave you now with the fabulous exhibition Kate's Cones at Atelier Beside the Sea in Brighton, on Brighton seafront. It was an absolute treat. So enjoy and take care.